I'm going to do some seed sowing today. Now, seed sowing isn't rocket science, there are loads of videos out there doing it, but I'm sowing seeds to grow at home. I've got lots of big windows here, so I'm going to have growing some mixed leaves as well as herbs, stuff that we use a lot of that we can't necessarily keep fresh for a long time. So it's all a bit trial and error, so I thought I would share with you what is going on. Now, I've got lots of mixed leaves, I've got some coriander, which we use tons of, I've got some garlic chives, I figured they would use for if I don't have any fresh garlic in or onions in, I can use them in cooking. And then I'm going to be sowing as well some basil, which we use a lot of, and some squash that I will grow in the garden, and some sweet corn. Now today I have a helper. This is my daughter Polly. Say hello, Polly.
Hello, Polly.
Now Polly has managed to come a fortnight for 20 minutes while we do some seed sowing. So I would like you to sow some of these, and you can do them in this pot here. This is a noodle pot, so we've been recycling as well, doing some upcycling.
Smart.
Yeah, I know. So I've put holes in the bottom, and there's some compost here, and I just want you to fill the pot with compost. Then those big bits try and break up a little bit. That's it, and then put some more in. So you've got the compost full to the top there, and I want you to sow these sweet corn. Hold your hand out. And I reckon in this pot, maybe 6. And I want you to sow them quite close to the edge, so around like this, none in the middle. And the reason for that is because when they become seedlings that I want to plant up and put in the garden, I can separate them nice and easily without kind of disturbing
The roots.
the roots. Correct. Okay. So that is your job. So yeah, nice.
So get it?
Now I want you to give the top a bit of a squirt gently, because we don't want to disturb the seeds. Now, ideally, you would have a little watering can with a rose on the end, or a squirt like this that will mist. But I can't find mine, so this will have to do. We'll just have to be gentle. And then once that's had a good drink, we'll just pop it onto a plate like that, and then we'll water it from the bottom every day. So we'll make sure that the soil never dries out fully. And actually, you don't need a label because you can write on the pot, so it's your job to write sweet corn on there. One of the other reasons I'm growing sweet corn is because I'm hoping to put it in the back of my border. I've got a really nice big grass which is called Miscanthus, which has got these huge strappy leaves that are actually quite similar to sweet corn. So I'm hoping that I can disguise some sweet corn in the back of the bed. Now when you're growing sweet corn, usually you will grow it in blocks because it's pollinated by the wind. So they need to be quite close to each other in order to be able to pollinate one another. So that's what I'll do. Oh, don't lose those, put those in there. And then next, you can grow some basil, please. So there are holes in the bottom of the pot again, same thing, fill that up to the top and some basil. Now with basil, so many people get in touch to say that the plants that they got from the supermarket have died really quickly. And the simple reason for that is because the plants that you get from the supermarket are actually 40 to 50 tiny seedlings in one small pot, and they will never ever all survive in there. So really you only want to put 2 or 3 seeds in a pot, and then once they've come up and they started growing, 2 of the strongest leave in there, and the 3rd one you would prick out and put in the bin. It'll be a sacrificial one if you like, just so you make sure that you've got 2 nice healthy plants. And then if you've only got 2 living in a pot, you're much more likely to have a nice healthy plant that will keep you going and you'll be able to crop from it for much longer. So just 2 or 3 in a pot.
Okay. I don't want to spill.
Just be careful, yeah. That's it.
I'm really, really small.
Is it stuck?
Maybe. No, I don't think it is. I think I got it.
Okay. Stick it on the plate. So now I'm going to plant up this trough, and I found a really smart way to make holes in the bottom. Do you want to see?
Oh, that's actually really smart.
It's cool, eh? So, not only does it come in handy for opening wine, which is an essential thing in lockdown, it also makes holes. There we go.
Quite easy as well.
Yeah,
Why do they need to have holes at the bottom of the plants?
for drainage, because no roots like, it's not a bog garden, no roots are like sitting in water, and if you just keep watering something and the water doesn't have anywhere to go, it'll cause plants to rot. So new drainage in the bottom. So we've got all those holes there, and I've actually got a tray for this to sit in as well, so I'll be able to water it from the bottom. Now I just need to fill it with compost, so you can help me. Now this is actually peat-free compost, which is great, much more sustainable. And I was lucky enough to have this in before we went into lockdown. But you could, if you wanted to, just grow it in normal garden soil. You could fill your containers with normal garden soil. If you have any homemade compost, you could mix that with your homemade garden soil and just have a go. So we're going to water now to make the soil sticky, compost sticky.
Why do they need to be sticky?
Because then the seeds will stay in place when we sow them.
Okay.
So I want you to make 2 little divots, if you like, into the compost like this. And I want you to do 2 rows of coriander and 2 rows of garlic chives. And we didn't just get any coriander, we got the David Domine coriander. I'm sorry, I appreciate you saying that. So, 2 coriander, 2 garlic chives, that's your side. And then I made these labels out of the lid of a soft cheese packet. So the plastic, so they won't rot. So if you write on the end what is in which row, please, and label it. Now gently cover back up your channels. So all you see is that, and then with the back of your hand, press nice and firmly. The reason you do that is so your seed comes into contact with the soil. That's it. Okay, now we need to write our labels, and I will go and get the tray for it to sit in.
Can you use the coriander seeds you buy from the supermarket in the tub to plant them in here?
Cooking ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, and also you can do it with dill. So if you don't have a seed packet, then yeah, sure, you can raise the cupboard. So if we just put them down here, I'll go this side. Okay, now hopefully, because we've got this nice big window here, we should get some success. It's worth a try, isn't it? If you're having a go at growing your own for the first time, it would be brilliant to hear from you. And if you've got any other ideas about videos, then do get in touch. Bye for now, Polly.
Bye.